This woman told her daughter for 16 years that her dad molested her when she was a kid. You would be shocked how many accusations like that happen. When I was interviewing men that were victims of divorce rape, there's one guy I interviewed that was his job. There's a book called How to Destroy a Man, and it teaches women the step-by-step guide of how to use the false accusation system against men. You would be surprised how common that is. And this man that worked with those men told me that there's a ton of men every year that commit suicide because of accusations like this, because the whole town thinks they're a pedo. And a lot of times, because family court is not based on evidence, it's based on a balance of probabilities, those men can still lose access to their children. So a lot of times women go to family court where they know they don't actually need evidence. They pull these accusations. They may even post on social media. They ruin this guy's reputation. Some of them even go so far to say this stuff to the man's friends and families. And a lot of these guys get so overwhelmed because, you know, some of them are older, some of them are in their 50s, that they just end up committing suicide.
Kept me away from my dad for 26 years. You know what kept me away from him? My mom told me that my dad said I was a mistake and kept me away from my father. Every time, this been looking for me since I was a kid.
Yeah.
I finally talked to my dad. He's a good dude. My mom told me my dad has not paid child support since I was a kid. I finally meet this. He has envelopes full of proof showing he's been paying child support.
It took less than 15 minutes to get legally married, and it cost $75. To get divorced took 37 months, cost me well over $100,000, 99% of all of my belongings and possessions that I had amassed for my whole life, everything from childhood. I lost all those things. I would never get married again.
I don't think it'll ever get any easier taking your kids back.
Stop even open my oh no when I underwater. He makes a man.
I miss them. So I miss you too, Daddy. About 10 seconds after that, he said, Dad, you going home alone?
I think sometimes women forget that men have feelings, but also how hurtful it is to miss the day-to-day. The saddest part about this is that these men really, really want as much time with their kids as possible, and they're constantly denied. And even when they're doing the best they can by driving back and forth over an hour or more every weekend.
The saddest thing, I think, for a divorced dad is being able to wake up in the middle of the night and peek in and see my little angel sleeping.